Hello my lovely spectators, Diddy here. Welcome to my studio. We are going to work on some stuff from the other day. I made a bag. Ugh. Let me not take the whole bag. Let me just grab the things that I was talking about. So when I was finding my floor, I cut apart some boxes and I said, you know, you store yourself the stuff that you want to use. Don't just take it and throw it on the side, right? The problem with that becomes that it becomes overwhelming. Everything's like all over the place, and then you don't want to deal with it. So when something comes in that you have the inkling to keep, don't say, oh, I think I could make something from this. Okay, great. Yeah, perfect. We love that. But to say to yourself also, what is that thing going to be? How big of a piece of this do you need? Etc., etc. So if you can't do that, you're going to get overwhelmed, my opinion. So I decided to take all my packaging, all my boxes, and really look at what I had and what I was going to keep and what I was going to utilize. So I kept a good amount of the blank chipboard from boxes, like bottom of boxes. And the sides have these funky whatever, right? Bends and stuff like that. And then I talked about like it had some imaging over here that I was able to take and separate so that everything was just plain old chipboard, what is it, craft colored stuff, right? And then I said to myself also, you need to use them like soonish. This was the side of a shopping bag. Don't know why it intrigued me to keep it, but again, need to use it soon. So we're going to take some of this, because I started playing with some other things I had on my table, and I said, you know, let me stop. Why not record it? Because it's just a stream of consciousness, right? You just want to play and sit and make and stuff like that. And so, like, why not put the video on so that you guys can come along for the ride? And unfortunately, you know me and my videos. If you're coming back, you know they can be long, but it is what it is. So I had some receipt paper. Let me show you the original here. I had some receipt books that I had gotten from the dollar store, right? I didn't do anything special. I didn't coffee diet. And also some of these little guys. I was going to include them in my Happy Mail, subby mail, but then I was like, no, these anybody could get. So I had them there, and I said, you know what? Let's just make something out of them. So I pulled out a bunch of these guys, right? So they're relatively thin, but they have this metallic-y backing to them. And then I pulled some receipts, and I started to tear them up. And then I said, no, wait. Maybe we can do something with it. So we're going to take something else that was just sitting there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep these still because they're nice and square and completely unbothered. These guys need to have pieces cut off. So I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to utilize these. I like the tones of these. So this is going to go to my stash and we're going to make something out of these. So we're tackling it. We're using up a little bit of it. And so we grab a pair of scissors, okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to chop off this piece here, and we're going to say we can throw that away. We're going to throw it away. Don't say, oh, put it in your stash. No. Somebody was asking something about scraps. So when you're working with scraps and they create more scraps, and I say, nope, no baby scraps. I'm not a grandma to scraps. So this was a scrap. This is now basura. For me. If you think I'm crazy, that's fine. You just gotta start drawing the line somewhere, especially if you have the clutter going on. And for me, this was my line to draw. So, because it's, because it is what it is. You gotta start throwing out something. Because you can't have this be the stopper to being, creative. So now I have 5 of these guys, right? And so they're all different lengths. It's not a bother. I don't even remember how many of these I took out and I was starting to play with. So we're going to kind of smush them up because that was just the idea of them being smushed up because, why not? And you can still see some of the ridges, but it kind of takes it out from being a cupcake liner, So, yes, doing this. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to do that to all of them. And then we're going to take, I just want to get a couple. I need to stopped, I guess, making so many things, a mass make. But if I'm gonna sit down for a minute, I want to make it where I have, you know, a good supply of things. I'm making a bunch of things, if, especially if it's not a full-on journal completion. So we're gonna take pieces like this. So let's say this is like that, right? 101. So we're gonna mish and mash, okay? And let's take a piece of the cardboard and let's just cut it so that, well, let's cut it in half-ish, okay? So yeah, a half-ish is good enough. Okay, okay, and then let's look for some inking. Okay, so I have my black soot thing that's like dying over here. And I think, you know what, I'm gonna use the green moss and just throw out this dauber. It's already seen its day. It's not gonna add too much to that, being that it was, you know, green. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by, you know, let's just ink some stuff up and let's go from there. Right, randomly making things, nothing crazy. I got some stuff from Temu. I did a haul video. It's probably going to be up after this. So yes, okay, let's do this. I don't want to get this, whatever. Say just a little bit, just to have a little bit of color, a little bit of grunge on here. Nothing too crazy, too fancy. Maybe on the white one a little bit more. Has some numbers on there. Perfect, lovely. So nice. Okay. And right now, I feel like it doesn't really have, what's the word? It doesn't really have a theme. It's just something that I'm making. Okay. So, you know, I think I'm gonna also put the hashtag use what I own, which is from Deb from the Creative Book Shack, right? Because you know what? It's the thing. Sometimes you just need to sit down and get to making. Right, and the easiest thing to do is to make. Now this is probably not going to stay the best because this is metallic, but the edging on the back, definitely in case it does wind up being visible, has a little bit of color. So, and that white part does take ink. The top part, maybe not so much. Okay, so we're just gonna do 2 gold pieces and 2 silver pieces. Right, let's just hit it anyway. We'll probably get ink all over our hands. That's okay. Right? I think if archival ink is probably going to be a safer bet. That's one too many for this little project. We're just going to make 2, and then I'll make the rest, but 2 with you, and go from there. Go from there. Okay. So now, what else can I add to this? So I have kind of like a base situation going. So we're going to take our receipts. We're going to cat a corner every single thing, right? And then like this. So we're going to see some of the brown, see some of the yellow, see some of the white, especially the part that has the number on it. Definitely, right? We're going to layer up. I will probably layer it up this way because, you know, juxtaposition of the colors, right? Something like this, right? So now we have like a base going. And now we're going to need to add something focal. I'm going to do the cheaty way. Where is she? Where is she? Where did I put her? Did I forget to put her away? Did she wind up someplace else? Hold up a second. I'm looking for my stapler, my little retro baby. Don't know where she's at. Okay, that's all right. We will take out the regular stapler. And when I mean retro, I mean she's like really old. She's an old stapler. Oh, there it goes. See? As soon as I take out you, as soon as I take you out, she want to show up. So I'm just making sure that I can see the different elements, right, that are important to me. Meaning the color, the corners, right? And now this, I'm going to put this so that this silver is more touching with the yellow. And then this is going to be here, touching right there. And then all I'm going to do is just come in and just add 2 little staples for now. So this is my preliminary holding, right? And we're just making a little card to put in there. Now, if you don't like how this is bumped up way too much, then you take something. I'm just taking the back of this thing, what is it called? Cutter, and making that more flat, right? To flatten that out. So do the same thing with this guy. So we're just gonna make this. We're gonna turn this so I see that. Turn this so that I see this, right? Okay, this, we see this over here. Again, I'm gonna touch this with this one here. And then for this one, we're gonna put that over here, right? Just because we wanna have, you know, a nice base. We could be done and done right then and there. And then we just throw this in our to-do box. I don't know if I really have a to-do box. I think everything that I do with you guys is mostly done. So we could stop there and be done, right? And call it done. And you have some cards that are ready to go to be put on. We could put them on. So again, see how these are lifted, right? I'm going to take something with a flat side and I'm going to press down onto them. And then they're going to be nicely. Now, if it bothers me, I could go in and put something else on top. I could put a little sticker. If I wanted to make this something that I could turn over, whatever, a couple postage stamps, anything to kind of cover that up, right? But I figured I just wanted an easy way to kind of get these cupcake guys to be on here. Okay, right? And so there's that. So now, what can we put on here to decorate? Anything. Let's see. I'm looking around. What can I easily access? Oddly enough, I have some of these letters. I wouldn't because it's so colorful, the same kind of color. But, you know, could be something like that. We've got stickers. Could I put a sticker of this on there? Of course. Why not? It's just a random junk journal kind of situation where I can just kind of mishmash anything, really. I got these little tags, right? Why not put one on here? So that is a possibility. I have butterflies. I wanted to stick that. Everything's gonna fall, guys. I'm just letting you right now. We're gonna have a craft-a-lanche. It's not gonna be pretty. And yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Oh, these are cute. Let's see. That's a cutie. That's a cutie. I have some of this. I mean, why not, right? Why not? I was saying, why not, right? We'll get sticker whatever. So could we just put a little piece right here just to add a little something ritzy and rich? Why not? Why not? Okay. I'm just going to take 2 pieces of here. Okay, throw the rest back there because we gotta use what we own. If we don't, we're just collecting, and so we're not creating. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Like I said, it's got like that booger tape on the back of it, so it's very like oddly, weirdly, I don't know, moving. So I'm gonna try to get it towards the center over here of this and just kind of put it there so that it goes under. Oh, I can really stretch it too. Interesting. Oh, I'm learning so much. Right? Does it match? If you don't think it matches, fine. I'm fine. I'm gonna go with it. I think it'll be cute. It's gonna be very strange. Okay, let's just see. Let's see. If I do this, right, and I go like this, it does stretch out quite a bit. Interesting, interesting. Interesting to know. So we're gonna go to the middle again here. Okay, and then we're not gonna have that stretch. We're just going to go like that. I think I stretched it out so it doesn't want to go back, but that's okay. It's okay. Look at that. I think that's cute. I think that's cute. We're just grabbing whatever we just got from Temu. Oh my god. Where's the fabric-y stuff? Okay, here we go. No. Come on. Oh, wow. Oh, you know what? Why not? What if we were to take one of these as well and like add it there? What do you guys think? And then we could actually put stuff in there. I think that would be cute, right? And it's cute. It's different. Let's be different because, you know, we bought the things. Let's use the things. Let's do that. And then Oh, here we go. But I don't want these. I bought orange ones. Here we go. Okay. Let's take out some orange ones. Let's take out 2 orange ones. Okay. So this is just like, let's make something from random stuff around us. I was going to say he's missing his bling, but no, his bling is there. So we're going to take out 2 butterflies. I got this in a haul, of course, and it's like, you know, we always sticker. It's just too much with the stickers. So we need to be able to adhere this here, right, so that it can be a pocket for something, right? I can do it this way, a little lower. I will miss the silver, but it doesn't matter, we're layering. I want to try to keep those elements, right, and also keep this open. I can go higher so that I can still see the brown. But again, if I try to please everything, that's going to be a problem. So we're going to do some adhesive here. What do we want to use? What's going to be good? So I want to put some fabric tack just because. Oh, you know what I have? Hold up. I have these guys. These are those booger, as I call them, booger things, because, you know, they're clear. So let's see how that works out. See what I'm saying? Look at that. Alright. Let's do that. Let's just own it. Oh, cool. You don't really see the thing at all. That is awesome. Let's grab another one because we're just making 2 things today. Well, with you guys, I'll come out and maybe make some more. And we'll put a booger thing. My booger blob. Nano tape, I think that's what it's called, or alien tape is what it was called. Well, I think when it first came out, this kind of plasticky situation. Okay, so okay, all right, there we go. Now for these guys, it doesn't really matter because we're not going to see the other side of it. Where's my trash? But let's see, do I have other ones? I think I have others. Hold up. And I'm just going to use glue dots. Similar. It's a similar type of a deal. This has more thickness than a glue dot. See, a glue dot like this is very thin. But it's like the beginnings of you know, the situation. So we're going to take out 1 for each of these guys. And we're going to put these back. Oh, I don't want to drop my... I have a whole situation going on here. So I'm going to take off the backing. Okay, it bubbles up like that. That doesn't bother. It folds up. That's actually perfect because it landed on the body of it. So now we're gonna hold this guy up and we're gonna say, well, where are we putting it? I think I want to put it right there. I think she looks good like that. All right, let's do this one. So again, I'm just gonna pull this off. Okay, this one didn't bubble up, but if I like that, I'm gonna fold it on itself, and then it's gonna have the half circle. I'm going to put it right behind the body. Take this off. Okay. And then we're going to be able to put her right there. The butterfly right there. And so we need a little something. I do like these guys. I'm just going to grab 2 little bees for a minute. Okay. So it doesn't, they don't match, but you know what? It's okay. So now, because we have more of this, does this fit in here? It does. So what are we gonna do? We're just gonna cut this right here, right there. Perfect. We're gonna cut another piece. Again, we're just playing with what we have in hand. Okay, move that to the side. Well, I wanna do the corners, so you know, and this is all really nice. I use this one a lot because I like the difference of the corners. Let's make it with the little butt corner like that. If when you have your stuff easily available and ready to use, like I just turned around, boom, everything was there, perfect. I can, you know, use whatever it is, right? So we have our little punch right next to us and we put it right back so it's ready to go the next time, and I could feel more creative and more crafty because everything. So there's nothing fancy about this, just a piece of that same cardboard situation, right? We're just going to ink around the back, and I'm going to ink around the front, or the front and then the back, because they're the same right now. As of right now, they're the same, meaning we do want to do something, a little something to this card itself. Why not? So what else did I get recently that I could kind of incorporate into the situation? Okay, let's go. Go, 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 go. There we go. Alright, I'm going to close this up. Yeah, it's really time to get rid of this dauber topper, whatever. So we're just going to use this to kind of move the mess over there. Okay. Yes, I did wipe it on my shirt. Because why? Because my shirt is filthy anyway. No, it's dusty and dingy and needs to be changed. I've been crafting with it on for the longest, and just dust and everything like that. So these guys will definitely fit in here, but I feel like we want to still add something. I am going to add a bee. I think it would be cute. That's one thing for sure. And so I'm going to add a bee over here as well. You may think, oh, it doesn't go together. In my brain, it works. I don't care. I like it. 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 Okay, and because it's a bee, let's see. So I want to be snarky. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I was looking for some stickers that kind of like that I can maybe stick on there, and just like you know, like that. But they're a little too dark in terms of the coloring. Not the saying, the coloring. Oh, these, I like these, but I don't think now, I think it's like, it won't fit because of that. You know what? You coming off for now. Let's put these. Let's put two florals. We'll put the bee back on. We'll do some glue. And let's do this right here. Let's see. I know. I took that back because I want the hibiscus for some reason. Let's see. This is another Temu find that I was like, I really am digging this. I think I'm going to do those two. And let's go ahead and stick these on. Now, these are stickers, right? Right here. And so I could pull them off and place them on there. Or I could just stick the back to it. But I don't think people are taking apart their stuff. So you know what? We're going to own it and we're just going to stick it on because that's what it's meant for. And so let's get this. And it wound up being the perfect size. Isn't that so happy coincidence? Coincidental. Okay. And then let's do the calla lily. You know? So... Alright, now these guys had that little foam. It's still a little sticky, but guess what? I'm just gonna scrape away the foam because why not? And then I'm gonna just use some other adhesive to glue them on. So let's do that. So I'm scraping that away. Okay. Let's see. Where's our art? Let's see our art. Glue to glue. Where is he? Where is he? Here is Art. I gotta give Art a new label. His name is fading. So we're going to put our little cards in here. Okay. Like that. We're not gonna, we can tuck it all the way. Oh, it's a little crooked now that I'm seeing that. But I think it's a sticker because this looks good. But it also could be that. Okay, so do we wind up putting the little blah, 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 or blah, blah, I don't know. He's got to be distractor. He's got to help us distract. So we're going to put this little guy in here. Not all the way. We could put it all the way. It's cute. But I think I'm going to just tuck it slightly. And then we're going to do that. Again, to the words stick out. Okay. Then we're going to need to attach our little bee. Hello, my little friend, my little bee friend. Okay. And then we're going to... Ah! Where'd you go? Don't put glue everywhere. He's running around. Don't know how to act. Let me clean up the desk. I don't know if this is going to be glue enough. No. And that might not be the right glue for it because he's wooden and whatnot. So, yeah, it's going to cover the word hyacinth, but that's okay. Let's press him down. Let's hope. I might need to go to the nano because that's really a more three-dimensional object friendly, right? Because, you know, the arc glitter glue, yeah, it's great for paper. I don't know how great it is for this situation. I don't like that they're still the same side, but I really don't want to cover the words from that way. So, can we fix that? Yes, because the nano, it still has, it takes a minute before I guess it becomes like a permanent situation. So let's put her over here. There we go. Now we have a juxtaposition. Nice. Let's pull it off here. Right. Okay, and then we're gonna put it here. All right. So there we go. Here are two little cards. Do with them what you may. Right. On the other side, you can attach something here. Maybe just put a little piece of washi or something interesting on there. Let's see. I have this tape. Not this tape. I had some kind of tape. I don't know. It's over there someplace. It's silver tape, and then I have gold tape. You could put a little 2 pieces of tape back here. It won't cover the whole thing, but it'll cover the staples up if that really bothers you. You could put another kind of sticker. You could put another flower sticker on there, but that might be like you're wasting like super potential. So here's what I was talking about. Might as well just do it, right? Why talk? So we have this little silver. We're going to take a little strip of silver. And then we're going to just kind of put it like this. Now it's metallic, so you may see the bumps of it all, but if that's still, you know, bothering you, then take it off. All right, like that. And then we're going to cut the gold. Now the gold needs to be cut this way because I don't have a dispenser. Like, I can go to the dollar store and get a dispenser. What's wrong with you? I know. I should, right? But then I don't have a space for the dispenser. That's another problem. So I would love that I had a dispensary situation. Okay. Can you see? It don't want to live there. They don't want to share their apartment. Okay. So maybe this isn't your thing, right? I mean, it's interesting. It's something different. It adds a little something to the back. So here we go. We got a little card. We can put it. We can actually make it a tuck itself. It has a little card thing in here and whatnot, and or leave it and tuck it in, and then you got some space to write on the back so that they turn it over. They're not looking at an ugly staple. They're looking at the shape of the ugly staple, but the tape is there, right? So that could just be. It could have probably did a little smaller. I will admit, I could have done it a little smaller. It's a little bit much. But okay, now we're done, guys. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. It's just a sit down craft and like, here, use whatever you know, whatever you have on hand. Use the things you told yourself. I need a session of here's gonna be the day where I get rid of the things that I said if I wasn't using them, they had to go. So gotta use them. So I'm gonna make a few more of these because I think they're adorable. I'm gonna do some with green and stuff like that. I have a number of these, right? I still have plenty left. I can just go in here. This is for another card insert, right? Then they all match, so I have another insert. I can do another 2 cards, definitely for sure here. I'll make some more. And then, you know, the ones that I put to the side that I was like, oh, no, wait, I'll keep them. No, you know what? Let's make a bunch. Let's take this and, like, clean this up a little bit more. Here's another one, right? Just clean that up and use it and whatnot. Actually, no, not these. These guys, these ones with the pieces that are on the side, use them. So that's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to leave you with this thought that use what you own, right? Sit down, anything that's at arm's reach, go for it. And sometimes you can come up with something so cutesy and unexpected. So until next time, ciao ciao, bye.